Nyame Ensawo. It is said that leadership is cause and all other things are effect. Security is a fundamental. Welcome once again to Security Tips on Wontumi television with me, Alhaji Irbard Ibrahim. And today we are putting the Ashanti region into proper perspective, its response to COVID-19, Obuasi as an epicenter, and the dwindling effect of crime within the region because of the activities of leaders in the region. And then we would also focus our lenses on the activities of the Electoral Commission and a huge electoral battle that is ahead of us as a country. And we couldn't have had a better person to speak on this issue than the governor of the Ashanti region and regional, chairman of the NPP, the ruling party, Mr. Entry Bosianko. Sir, good to have you again.
Thank you, brother.
Chairman one. Chairman one.
Yeah.
Chairman, before we get into the nitty-gritty of the discussion, why is so much attention on the Ashanti region? Of what strategic importance is the region to the Republic of Ghana?
Okay, thank you so much. Let me, first and foremost, let me greet my Muslim friends, starting from you.
Yes,
because fasting is something,
it's very easy.
We
did it for 30 days.
You see,
it only ended today.
You see, so let me take advantage to greet them. Chief Imam of Ashanti, Saraki Zongo, all the chiefs and the Muslims here. Hajj, Habib, yes, your brother, I greet you. I greet all of you. And Muslims, you have made the country proud. And you have made Ashanti proud. Because of your prayers, everything is okay. Yes, Ashanti region is a very strategic region.
Okay.
Ashanti region, when you talk about population-wise, we are leading. And also Ashanti region, we are also have direct boundaries to a lot of regions, like Central region, Western North, Eastern, and Ahafo, Bono East. And the 5 regions also in Northern region. If you want to come to the capital city, you have to pass through here. So it made Ashanti region as a densely populated area, and so therefore it makes everything here also tougher. And when you talk about the whole Ghana too, apart from Greater Accra as our capital, Ashanti also is our second capital. And the Greater Accra, the president is there. So you see a lot of ministers there. Yeah. But Ashanti is only one minister who will be here. Yeah. That is our Honorable Simo Semensa will be here. So to represent the president, His Excellency. So it made his job tougher, so Ashanti is a very important place for, and Ashanti, we have our big football club, that is Ashanti Kotoko. And our kingdom too. Yes. Yeah, our king, he's the only king in Ghana, the whole, the country, he's the only person they have gazetted that he's a king. So we have only one king, and the king also, luckily, he lives here. He's here. So it makes Ashanti a unique place for people to come. This is how I can say about,
And again, even though we have dozens of languages, we know Asante Mine has produced a lot of business people and people travel far and wide to pursue various interests, largely in commerce. But how come the Akan language, which is the lingua franca within the Ashanti region, what is the sparking, influence to have made it the most widely spoken language in the whole of Ghana? What is the secret?
The as you readily said earlier, the Ashantis, they travel. They are business people. They are the engines. I know the time even I was in college, Prempeh College.
Yes.
I used
Even
to.
though you didn't attend a good school, you should have gone to once. Prempeh isn't a good school. You are my competitor.
People knows that, when we talk about Prempeh College.
On this issue, I've never agreed with you. Okay.
So, when even I was in school, as far as, as young age, I used to travel to Togo, Benin, Niger, to go and sell things in countries. So Ashantis have been a pillar, for themselves and as a country as whole. So because of that, the Ashantis, we recognize so many tribes. If you come here, we have every tribe. We have their chiefs here, and even we have some of the towns, we named after their chiefs or their clans, or the tribes, like Mozizongo, Aloga, we call it Angmaga, Sawaba, Dukro. We have a lot of Anguna Infantino Town, Sawaba, we have a lot of this in here, but still the Ashantis try to keep their language, and everybody who comes here also try to speak the language. But the Ashantis are the people who respect every body. So the Ashantis, we are not going to say because we are the majority or we are the only region that speaks only one region. Because if you go to the Mfanti, you see that they have different types of the Mfanti that they speak. It's a different, And if you go to the Northern, you will see that the Northern, they have Mamprusi, Sisara, this in the one region. Yes, but if you come to the Ashanti, it's only one language. Wow. So we are not going to say because of that we should speak one language. But I quite remember that the time also I used to go to Togo to sell mirrors and machetes, cutlasses. I know that the people in Togo, Benin and Niger, once they see that you are Ghanaian, then they start to speak a Twi to you. So as much as we don't take Twi as our national language, still people outside also, because any regions also we will go, you also will see that the people there also speak Twi. You go to Northern region, you see that about 70% speak Twi. You go to because Damango and stuff, they are Ashantis. Damango in Northern region.
Really?
Oh yes.
Are they not Gonja people? Damango is
sorry.
Gonjaland.
Yes, Damango is a Gonjaland. Damango is a Gonjaland. So Gonja people are Ashanti. They are Ashanti. You go to Oti, Raura people, they come from my hometown. They speak Twi in Kunya. You see, you go to everywhere. You see as much as we haven't declared that the Twi language is this everywhere you go. So Chairman, I think it's okay for now.
On one of the commemorative dates marking the efforts of Bozia, and I've been invited by the Bozia family to North Kanishi. That was the seat of government for some time.
Congratulations.
Yes, Yao is his son. Yao is a lecturer. Yes, so on one of those occasions on GTV, I interviewed Honorable Sampine, your
Yes, my
secretary,
secretary.
and then we put SK Tedam on the
Hey,
phone of blessed memory. He has
yes,
passed
yes.
on. They talked about the Dankwa Bozia Dombo tradition. Where does the Ashanti region fall in this tripartite tradition of your political party?
When you talk about Buzia, Dankwa, and Dombo tradition, Ashanti is there. You know that Brahafo used to be Ashanti. It's only 1960 when our first president, Kwame Nkrumah, politically divided the Ashanti.
So when she was part of Asantema, is that what you are saying?
Oh yes, yes. Even now, Kransa and everything is still Ashanti. Ahafwano is still Ashanti. The land belongs to His Majesty Otumfo Situa Pipi Asantoko Toko Krobia. The land belongs to him. Even if you enter to Sunyai proper, Odumase people, they are the people who they also come from Ashanti. They come from Bantima.
I see.
They come from Bantima.
I see.
It's a Bantima Hine.
Okay.
Bantima Hine. This is one of his town
I see.
at Sunyai. So that time before, and you also have to remember Bafo Akuto, Ose Akuto.
Okay. Who was he?
LLM.
And okay. The Liberation Movement, National Liberation Movement, NLM,
yes, yeah.
Kotoka and them a group.
No, LLM. It started from the Ashanti. The time that that time there was our first president was, overthrowing chiefs and kings into the descent. That time we used to have one linguist called Bafakoto.
Okay.
That's the short name for. So that time, he is the person. That time we used to have Northern People's Party and LLM. They came together. So actually, it's the Bafakoto who brought Buzia. So when you go to Parliament and you ask, or you go and you ask,
yes.
You will know the formation of UP tradition, it's a Bafuakoto. So that one we keep it silent. But that time, even Buzia was MP in Ashanti. The time that he went to the parliament.
Really?
Yes.
Which of the constituencies?
I think it was, yes, I think it was Kwabre, I think so. Okay. So the Ashanti and the Brahafo are one. Now we don't have Brahafo. Now we have Bono East, and we have Ahafo region. We are one. We are the same people. The people who live there, they come from here, and we also come from there. We are, even Ahafwano region. The chairman is. We come from the same house. We come from the same house, and Bono is. Abronye. Abronye come from Dumasi. So, if you say where does it come from, Ashanti, come from Bantima. Abronye come from Ashanti, Bantima. So we are one. So when you talk about the tradition, we are still there.
Chairman, your region yields more votes for the incumbent party than any other region. You've explained because of the sheer size of the population here. How does that make you feel as the custodian of the key to the electoral success and fortunes of a political party? Personally, how do you feel about it? Does it put a burden of responsibility on you?
It's a big responsibility. It's a big responsibility. So you have to think about it. You have to dream. You have to pray all the time. You have to act. A lot of people pray and think, but they don't act. So you can imagine. Look at the time. But we are here talking. So we are still doing the job. you know. So to be in Ashanti region as a chairman is a big job. It's a full-time job. It's a full-time responsibility.
But were you prepared psychologically for this task? Of course, you had been constituency chairman on 2 occasions in Bosomtwe. Were you psychologically prepared for this? And how come you have excelled? Because in your time, you were able to gain power for the party.
Beginning, I have to thank some people like Dr. Amwakutufo. I have to thank him. I have to thank my predecessor, my boss, F.F. Anto. He was a former Ashanti regional chairman. I have to thank him. I have to thank the regional minister. I have to thank Nana Kwasibu and Kansa Buadu. I have to thank the people, the team that I work with, and I have to thank my regional executives, the MPs, MMDCs at the moment, and the party faithful, especially the identified groups. I have to thank everybody. It's not only me. You know, if you become a chairman in Ashanti region, you know, it's opportunity. You know, and I'm lucky. I'm the first constituency chairman who get the chance to become a regional chairman. So I have a chance to learn. I got the opportunity to learn at the constituency level. You know, they voted me twice, and the region also, they have voted me twice. So it's opportunity. So I'm always humble, you know, and for me to work hard for.
That's the constitution. Now they say you don't change your winning team, chairman. China says Xi Jinping is doing well. We won't change him. Russia says Vladimir Putin is doing well. They keep recycling him. Rwanda says Paul Kagame. Is there any clause within your party's constitution that says after 2 terms a regional chairman can't compete or contest again, or it is an open-ended opportunity?
It's open. Once every 4 years, you have to contest again.
Will you contest, chairman?
You know, I would say yes.
For
in
a
a human,
term.
yes, as a human being, I would say yes, if God permit. If God permit, I would say yes, because I have more energy, and I think I'm faithful to the party. I'm loyal. You know, I'm loyal to the party, and I work hard, you know, for the party. And I'm also lucky to have a team. My constituency chairman, my constituency executives, my polling station coordinators, my MP, honorable MPs, and my regional ministers, CEOs, and the chiefs and the honorable assembly members. I'm lucky, you know, to have a team, you know, just to work with. So I think that once it happens, I will go again.
Enough about you, Chairman. Chairman, let's now come to the thorny issues. Some time ago, people were scared to come into Kumasi in the night because people were wielding guns, murder was rampant. First of all, before I ask you about market fires, what is the condition or the spate of murder within the region currently?
Now, everything has slowed down. When you talk about murder, you talk about robbery, you talk about fire burning and stuff has went down drastically. You quite remember the time we came to power, and the time the NDC also did their election, then they have their national chairman. Their national chairman, in childish way, he had a meeting, and then he planned for bringing a lot of bad things into the state. And he said that he's going to make Ghana ungovernable, and then they will kidnap women and children. And so from that time, every region, you know, has set up properly because about what the NDC national chairman, the meeting that they had in the bush, and 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 the secret place, because God revealed it to us. We the security forces have been you know have been extra careful, or they are working more than what they're supposed to work. And I think that the credit also, we have to give it to the Almighty God and then the regional minister.
Chairman, I was with one of the top security heads, and he told me His Excellency the President gave an express order to the services chiefs that the first quarter of 2020, from January to March, should set the tone for a very peaceful and serene country going to the election. Then COVID-19 came. So it's good to know that the Ashanti region, as a central plank of the national security interest of the country, is doing well. Are there any other areas you think they are of concern in terms of the security of the region?
Our security of the region.
Because, Chairman, I hear drug abuse, which is a security issue, is very rampant here.
Now it's going down. Now it's going down. You know, the COVID has his own merit and demerit. You know, so the COVID, if you see the instructions that the president brought into the nation, you know, the recommendations. So it stops the drinking bars for people. You cannot go to bars to drink. You cannot even go to church. So the same thing, you cannot also go to some place to sit down to do like this. Then you put yourself into serious problems. So have also has reduced a lot of things at the moment. So at the moment, everything has reduced. You see, when COVID is a nation fight, it's only the bad people who see it as they don't have a sympathy for it. But every Ghanaian, truly Ghanaian, have a sympathy for what has happened. Doesn't matter the political affiliation you are having, because once it gets you, it doesn't ask you what is your party you belongs to. You know, because of that, I think the COVID has brought us together than ever. You know, it's only few people who try to say, and even in the Bible and the Holy Quran, is there the Holy Bible, the Holy Quran. Even you see the people who challenge Nabi Isa or challenge Prophet Muhammad. So I think it's no new, you know. And if you talk about democracy, also you have to also have a heart for all these things. You know, so I think it's no new, but in the bigger picture, I think that everything has gone down, and we have done well for ourselves, and we deserve to be praised.
Would you say the region is the best region because the minister was adjudged the best some time ago?
Twice.
On two occasions.
On two occasions.
Is it a reflection of the well-being of the region itself? Would you say the Ashanti region, under your tutelage and the tutelage of the minister and others, is the pride of all the regions?
No,
is the envy of all the regions and pride of the nation?
I would say that in Ashanti region, you know, I would say the chairman and the minister, we are together. We are friends before.
The minister, how were you with the minister, Honorable, before he became minister? I'm sure you had worked with him at the...
he used to be my MP at the constituency level when I was a constituency chairman. You know, so he knows me well, and I know him well. He know my shortfall and my shots coming, and when I'm down, he know what to do, and we understand each other. You know, and the MMDC is also, we are also one. You know, if you come and see the way we relate to ourselves, you know, and the regional minister, you'll be surprised, you know. MMDs, all the MMDs, and the constituency chairmen will be, you know, it's amazing.
Honorable Ken Oforiatta is not here. He controls the purse of the country. But if I should ask you, can you hazard a guess what percentage of the GDP the Ashanti region contributes to the national kitty? Do you have any fair idea? I know I'm putting you in a tight corner because
you see,
you don't take fiscal decisions.
Yes. I think that one we would have talked to the honorable minister himself. But what I can say is, I will praise the King Oforiatta. To me, to be sincere with you, if you say all the ministers, if we have to rank them, I will give the finance minister as a class, plus A class. Because the ministers, you see that they are A. You know, you see the planting for food and job, you see the trade, you see the education minister, you see now how the minister of health also have performed, you see how the local government, how he has performed, having extra 6 regions, additional, you know, so, but above all, the reason why I'm saying the finance minister is the best minister ever, you know, is that if you see for the past 3 years, 5 months that we are in, if you see the policies that the government brought, once the government brought the policy, it's up to you as a finance minister to do your job, to make it happen. So now if you see the road, and the road has been tied, you know, it's a true hard work. The government will say we are going to do free education, you know, and free education, the time we enter, within 6 months, then we started the free education. So if you don't have the skillful, you know, and talented Minister of Finance, you can't do, you know. So I think that the Minister of Finance and his team have to, and the Minister of Rules also have done well.
Okay.
And Wakwata, and then our Greek minister have done well, because if you see the COVID, even the international countries, you go to their shops, the shops is empty, the food. But Ghana, we have food, and we have food in abundantly, you know. So
I think we'll come to the roads. And Chairman, does Obuasi give you sleepless nights in terms of the increasing spate of COVID cases there?
I would say no. You see, Obuasi is an economic city.
Okay.
You know, the economic city, because of the AGC or Anglo Gold, you know, the mining company. So it make Obuasi as a unique city in Ashanti and in Ghana as a whole. You know, so because of that, a lot of expatriates or foreigners, you know, come to Obuasi. And also a lot of Ghanaians who also want to look for job. Also, you know, we see working in the mining sector as a first-class job. You know, so a lot of people who have strength and want to enter into the mining job in Obuasi. And Obuasi also is about 10 minutes to the central region, to Dunkwao. And Dunkwao also is a mining town. You know, so a link to together. You know, so it make Obuasi as a densely populated place. So once things come and you don't take care, you know, it shoot up. But immediately you start teaching them, they are very fast to come back to the normal. So at the moment, the regional minister went there. We have 2 MMDCs there, so they went there. So now at the moment, I would say Obuasi is stable. Everything is okay. They are doing as much as they can, and we have a strong medical team. We have a strong medical team, who are also taking care of the COVID in Ashanti. They work hand in hand with the Ashanti regional minister and the MMDCs.
So the calls that Obuasi alone should be put under lockdown, you don't subscribe to that call because things are improving?
You see, the contact tracing, is a key. The government is doing as much as he can. Immediately he found that, he have got some, he will try as much to identify the people you have reached. You have reached them also to do the test. So I think that the testing base has been improved. So that one we should leave it for the doctors or the medical teams and the regional minister to report it to the president for president. But for us, our opinion, I will say as an individual person, I will say it's okay.
Okay. And Chairman, as a form of response, we've heard of disinfections, what some people would call fumigation exercises. How pervasive has it been in the region? Have all the high schools been disinfected? Have all the marketplaces been disinfected? Have all the police stations been disinfected? What is the situational report on disinfection?
You see, even Bible says, and then the Quran also talk about it. So cleanliness is the key. Now you see that ever since this disease came, the cleanliness has been improved. We wash our hands. Normally it has been a norm that there's the Muslims and Jews who wash their hands and their feet. But now it's for everybody. Pentecostals and traditionalists, everybody has joined, the whole world. So now the cleanliness has been improved. The gutters and our houses, everywhere, our workplaces and stuff the cleanliness has been improved. So the government took the cleanliness upon himself and instruct the regional minister, and the regional ministers instruct mayors and the MMDCs to enter to important places like parks, like gutters, big gutters, like schools, like court, police stations and stuff, to fumigate. So I think that now also is another thing that have helped us to fight the COVID. And we also have to remember that the fighting the COVID, one of the two to fight the COVID also is water. To wash your hand. Yeah. And the government also make it free for us. And the Ghanaians, we like free things. We like free things. We enjoy free things. So anytime president is coming to speak, everybody,
enjoy something free. It's expecting the process. But the free water has been 1 month already. Will there be an extension till the end of the year?
No, he said 3 months.
He said 3 months, but it looks like we are exhausting the 3 months soon. Will there be an extension for the rest of the year? Free water?
I don't know. You see, if you read the Bible, it says only the Father who knows? So
Okay.
as a chairman, I see things as a chairman,
Yeah.
and the president also.
But it will be cool to extend it till the end of the year because COVID is not leaving after 3 months, They say we should prepare for a long haul.
You see that. The president has done enough already about reducing the electricity, bringing 1 billion for small scale industry, and then the large scale industry, bringing us 3 billion, adding to it to be 4 billion, and now they have started sharing the money. People have started applying it and stuff. So probably next week, then people will start receiving. So I think the president has done enough. And I quite remember when he said that the time he took office, the economy was down. So he know how to bring the economy back, but he don't know how to bring the life back. So I think that if you see the implementation of the monies that he's putting into the economy, it means that he's doing enough. So if he can, he knows it more than what I know, because he sees things as a president, and I see things as a chairman, and you see things as a presenter or journalist at the moment, or security. So if the president will have a way, I think that's what he have done about giving us free education, planting for food and job, giving us even free food, giving us monies and stuff. I think that you would have even extended. But now I don't want to talk about it. But if it happens like that, I will be happy. I will be happy. If you can extend it, I will be happy.
Chairman, I'll ask you pinpointed questions on number one, KGT. What is the situation now?
Because of COVID, it stops a lot of things.
Okay.
So I'm not brief to it. So probably the next time you will come, the mayor will be the right person. Probably you can talk to or you can call him. Then he can brief you how he's going into the decision. Because COVID is a full-time job. So for that section, but the little that I know, I think the last time we spoke, that time he sent about 2,000 people for them to go to the shop. We give the shops to them, and I think they are there at the moment. So this is what I know. They are operating. But you might have challenge one way or other. But at the moment, I think it's okay because they haven't come to me to complain. Once they complain, then I will go to the regional minister or go to the mayor for him to also to help.
And the allocation of the shops and all that, all the brouhaha is no longer there.
At the moment, they haven't come to me to complain. So once they don't come, they don't come to complain. Then I assume that everything is okay.
Because
once they come to me,
I'm asking, Chairman, because our mothers have played a very important role.
Oh yes.
In the fight against
Yes.
COVID.
Yes.
So if there are any grievances, those grievances should be addressed, I think.
Yes. Oh, once I know. I'm not somebody. My job is to listen, to go with them. My job, you see, the regional minister's job is different from me. And the mayor's job is different from me. Yeah. All the MMDCs, including the mayor, they are the regional minister. They use the law, to work. But to me, I'm a friend to everybody. So everybody, in the party, we have good and bad people. So once you have a problem, you come to me, either it's good or bad. I will follow to go. That is my job. That makes my job a little bit different from the regional minister. They will use the law. They will open article this. I don't have that. So once they come to me to come and complain, I will go to them and plead, and for them also to give us a assistant hand, as they are always doing for us, to reduce the pain. To reduce the pain.
Chairman, are the youth in the region happy with the conduct of government? Is youth unemployment as a problem being tackled?
Yes, the government brought some huge policy like NAPCO, to employ the youth. You see, we used to have
Association
unemployment
for unemployed
graduates.
Yeah.
So the time the president set up the NAPCO, it has reduced it, and bear in mind that the government also has strengthened the polytechnics and technical schools. Every country, or modern countries that has developed nowadays, they use the technicals to. So he have, he have promotes like polytechnics he has turned it to universities.
No, but was that not the implementation of the former administration?
No. For the universities is the president.
Okay.
It's the president, Akufo-Addo, who has done all these things. Okay. So going to school into the design, I think, and also
so technical and vocational education have been strengthened.
Has been strengthened in such a way.
Kumasi, are youth in Kumasi like learning handiwork? What interventions have come in those areas? Tailors, seamstresses, carpenters, and all that. Barbers.
They have one sector called Covert. They have one sector called Covert, and the John Kuma's place also. Is it YEA? Also, they also are giving monies for people like 100,000, 200,000, for the group to do businesses and stuff. So he also doing well at there, and the Covert also they are doing well. And I know my son Kudia, youth employment, lawyer Kudia also is doing.
Kudia is actually at YEA.
Yes, Youth Employment
Agency, formerly NYEP.
Yes.
Okay, JIDA or NYEP.
Yes. They are doing.
But how beneficial is it trickling down to the youth in the region?
Yes, they are doing. Now we have even youth in agriculture. So if you go and you see the youth who are now participating in agric, you'll be shocked and surprised. And the agric minister sent a lot of the youth to Israel for them to, learn
mechanized farming.
And the government also has strengthened the scholarships, for people also to travel. For them to, I think last week, the administrator of scholarship secretariats, Kingsley, is one of my son. He came to announce that now in the COVID, they have given 29,000 people scholarships. So all these things is a kind of policies that the government, interventions that the government also have done, and I think it's good.
Chairman, every leader has short to medium-term visions and has long-term visions. But you can tell that within the next 8 years, which perhaps is your prayer, that His Excellency Nana Addo will be president, these are the things we can achieve in the short term, in the medium term, and in the long term. What have been the most difficult policies to implement to directly impact the lives of the people within your jurisdiction, the Ashanti region?
When you say the difficult one, everything has a difficult side, and everything also have his soft side.
Yeah.
But I think free education was very expensive. Free education was very expensive, but the government have done well about the free education, because from the beginning, the opposition was saying no. The former president was saying no, we are not ready. We need 20 years before we can start. No, we are not there yet into the distance. And the NDC people will say, oh, just look, we don't have money there. So within one term, he cannot continue, but it pass and pass and pass. But but it has gone. And then the challenging one also, and the tougher one was road. Was road, because the time we came, that time the NDC, the former President Mahama, has said that he has finished all the roads, in the Green Book. So, but the time we came, all the roads they didn't do, and because the Ashanti, we got our vote from the Ashanti, then we was losing our patience, because the time the NDC was, the former President Mahama said, even if we use go to tie your road, the Ashantis are not going to appreciate, so, or vote for me. So I'm not going to do it, and we have voted for you. So, and look at our roads. And the time we came, the roads also, we have GOG, and we have Cocoa Roads, we got the money also from consolidated descent. By the time we came, the former previous government borrowed money from UBA, about 1.2 billion. So the time we came, the money is not there, but the Minister of Roads, Oyiakwa Kwesiamu Akwata, he did magic, about bringing the contractors together and encourage them, and also look for funds from the president or the finance minister also to support them. Now, everywhere you are going, you see that Ashanti, things have changed, but it was a very, 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 very tough. Road was a very, 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 very tough. I think I have to recommend Oyiakwa Kwesiamu Akwata.
You've given him a title.
Yes, a title. If you read Genesis chapter 28, verse 17, when the Jacob discovered the house of God and the house of Jacob, of is a preposition. It's so the house belongs to God, and God, you cannot share something with God. But because he discovered, God gave him the credit. So it become the house of God and the house of Jacob. Wow. So if the time Kwesiamu Akwata came, it was difficult and challenging time, and His Excellency the President and the Finance Minister has supported him. For now the road we can see and the Ashantis are happy. I think he deserves a title.
We are discussing a potpourri or a cocktail of issues, largely on the Ashanti region, but also on various national fronts, with Chairman for the Ashanti region for the incumbent party, Chairman 1, many people know him as, and he's called Mr. Bernard Entry Bosianko. You may join the conversation now by calling us on either 0322 498404 or 0322-498-403, and those numbers will be splashed on your screens. You can join the conversation now. Chairman, you talked about roads. We heard you wanted to ask the regional minister this. Your school, your former school, that school.
You are talking about Prepe, the only school, Prepe College.
No,
The Prepe College.
I'll ask you about the Sofoladi interchange, but there's a caller. Hello, your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, hi. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Uh,
What's on your mind? Okay. Did we lose you? Yeah.
yeah, well, yeah, I'm enjoying the show and thanks and kudos to Chairman as well.
Okay.
That is
Beautiful.
all that I can see.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Keep
for
it up.
making time.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Yes.
Chairman, I'll be badging in. Sorry. Hello, your name and where you calling from, sir?
My name is Francis Patrick. I'm calling from Achima Cross.
Okay, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Yeah, welcome to the show. We can hear you. You can lower the volume on your set and we can still hear. Better still, put off the TV.
Hello.
I hope you can hear the echo in your room. So put off your TV or lower the volume on your channel.
Lower the volume for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please go ahead. Oh, sorry. And please, before you call,
Okay.
cherished callers, lower the volume. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, hi. Welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Great. Your name and where you
Okay.
calling us from?
My name is Ejakwati.
Okay.
I'm talking from Manchester.
Okay, welcome, Eja.
Oh, I appreciate very nice for the announcement and every duty of the chairman, how he's working, and we want every what we call every chairman and executive of the party to work very hard as they're doing.
Okay.
The information, that's the publication of the MPP development, I'm not going on the 100%. So chairman, what he's doing, I appreciate, and I want every person or executive of the party work hard after the chairman is doing, so that everything we cannot give the light to hide, as the Bible says. So chairman, appreciate very well.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you
you
for
so
that.
much, Eja from Mankasim. Thank you for calling. We will take a few more calls. Hello, your name and where you calling from?
Hello,
Hello.
my name is Isaac.
Okay, Ike, welcome. Hello, Ike. Did I lose you, Ike? Okay, I lost Ike. There is another caller. Hello, your name and where you calling from? Hello. Okay, that one also dropped. I'm sure they are still
Yeah,
working the
you was
phones.
talking about Sofola interchange.
Yeah, hello. Welcome.
Hello.
Yeah, hi, my lady. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, okay. What's on your mind?
Oh, I just want to greet my father, my Wontumi.
Hey, who are you? What's your name and where are you calling from?
Oh, sorry, my name is Nancy, calling from Bali,
Hey,
the
Bole.
Northern Plains.
Okay, Bole.
I greet
Yes,
my
please.
hometown people.
Are you is Bole or
Yeah, I know. Bole is Bamboy. Is
Bole Bambo?
Yes,
yes,
please.
Okay,
yes. I greet them. I
okay,
greet the MPP chairman
They
that's
will
mentioned.
hear.
Yeah.
okay. Beautiful.
I just want to tell my father he should keep doing him. We love him, and I'm hoping to see him one day.
I will come.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much, Nancy. Thank you so much, Nancy. Um, yeah. Hello, hi. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
I'm Philip calling from Espresso.
Okay, welcome, Phil.
Okay. I want to let the public know that sometimes when you sit on national TV, there are times you have to say the truth. There's never, like in the Dream Book, there's no word or like something that shows that Muhammad constructed all roads in the region. And I thank you. You did well by disputing what he was saying that Akufo-Addo started converting the polytechnics to universities. Sometimes you don't sit on national TV to lie like that. He likes doing that, and I think
Philip, hold on.
maybe I'll we will
Phil,
give thanks
Phil.
to the president.
Hello,
Hello.
Phil.
Yes.
Thank you so much. You know, that's why Ghana is not North Korea. divergent views are great, and MCR people, backroom people will not cut you. But I think it's good for you to hear the perspective from which Chairman was coming. He lives in the region, and then he says their routes were bad. And since they came, they've improved the situation. And of course, about the conversion of the polytechnics into universities, it wasn't a way of disputing what he said. It was a way of sharing an opinion based upon the reading or research I have done on the subject. But you may go ahead with any divergent view you have.
No, like the way he's talking, I think
Phil, you saw how I responded to you. Decorum is important. We'll take the next caller. Hello. Hi, welcome.
Alhaji.
Yes, welcome to the show. Your name and where you calling us from?
Baraka da Alhaji.
Oh, Baraka, you didn't take part in the Azumi. You didn't take part in the fasting. So you want to chop the salad?
I'm Nana Kofi Bempong from Kumasi.
Okay, Nana, welcome to the show. Welcome,
Okay.
Nana. Yes, Nana.
Alhaji, when you talk about security, the one major thing is the youth. And when the youth is engaged into the job, then the security will be okay. But when the youth are there without employment, then the security system is very, very bad for the nation.
Yes, sir.
So due to this, I'm a chief of Achimamboaso.
Oh, I see.
So I joined government one district, one factory.
Okay.
I have built the infrastructure. About 75% of the infrastructure has been done. I went to China, I buy some machines. About 25% of machines has been right now at the factory.
Yes, Nana.
I've been trying to search for my chairman to meet him so that the funds that the government is using to support the one district, one factory, so that my chairman can also follow it up for me so that my job that I've been partner with the government for the 1D1F can become successful so that the youth in Achumawa district or in Kumasi as well can get some little jobs.
Okay, well done, Nana. Well done for serving the state. I would say just hold on for 30 more seconds and speak to backroom people. I'm sure Chairman would love to follow up on the issue for you. Thank you once again for joining the show.
Okay, thank you too.
Welcome, sir. Chairman.
Yeah.
I know you're a gentleman.
Yeah.
Phil called.
Yeah.
And then he says, Chairman, you are not feeding us accurate information. Maybe you would have to revise the Green Book. The former government didn't say they did all the roads in Kumasi. They did some. So why would you say they didn't do enough?
What I said was that the former president said the Ashanti region, even if he used gold.
Chairman, they said I should pick this last call.
Yeah.
Hello, your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Boydie, calling from Brekum.
Boydie from Brekum, welcome to the show. Boydie, what's on your mind?
Yeah, I want to congratulate Charmaine for what he has done for us.
Okay.
But there is one thing I want to talk about. His grammar is really poor, so I recommend you do something about it. Thank you.
Okay. And then again, this is also a point we need to clarify.
No problem.
And Chairman is a good example for so many people. He told us he went into business early. And he didn't spend too much time in academia, but he's still trying. And there has been a lot of improvement, Chairman, if you asked me.
No.
There has been a lot of improvement.
Even I don't need improvement.
Yeah, because the essence, the substance.
Grammar is a language.
Yeah.
You know, English is a language.
I agree.
So if you understand,
yes,
if you have understood
the import of the message.
so it means it's okay. So some people will say pidgin. Some people, even in English, we have American English,
British
we
English,
have
even
British,
the Australians, the Canadians,
yeah,
even within the UK, Scottish English.
My brother, try to understand.
Yes,
Thank you.
We are beginning to wrap up.
Yeah. So
what the Green Book issue.
So what I said was, former president came former president came to the Ashanti, he said that even if we do the roads, we put gold to tie the roads, the Ashanti will not appreciate. The Ashanti will not vote for him. So therefore, he didn't do it. But in his green book, he also said he has done the roads. And it's in his green book. It's something that if he go, he will see. If he goes, he will see that the thing that I said or the things that I'm saying is true. So it's a freedom of expression, and to me, I know the things that I'll say. The things that I'm saying is true, so it's okay.
And then, Chairman, someone raised the concern about 1D, 1F, and I'm sure there will be mechanisms to reach out to Nana. What has made the financing stall?
Yes, 1D, 1F, we have a department. Gifty Wakine Kunadu. Last 2 weeks, he was here. She was here. So if he comes to Wontumi TV, we will look for Gifty or Hine Kunadu for him. Then for her to help him to facilitate the process for him. And also he also can go to the SM Bank. He also can go to the SM Bank, because I don't know the machine that he has brought. Then I would have given him the accurate where and how. But I know that ADB is doing one district, one factory now. They want to support the people who are doing the poultry at the moment. The ADB, this is what they want to do, support them. So I don't know what he has, he want to do, and so I will just tell him to move ahead either to SM Bank or to one district, one factory side, or Ministry of Trade, or to any bank, commercial bank, or any banks, and then once they come to us, then we will see the little that we know, we also will support it.
Chairman, how many kilometers of roads are being done within the region now? You were full of praise for the Roads and Highways Minister. How many kilometers of roads?
Now the contractor has started about 100 kilometers of roads now. The people who are doing the hospital,
yes,
the hospital at the Konfanochi, the hospital that have been about 44 years. The last time last Friday.
Chairman, we are beginning to wrap up here.
Oh,
in 30
I see.
seconds. So
so I think about 560 to about 600 kilometers. I think that in Ashanti we have. Yes,
Mr. Bernard Entry Bosiako, Chairman of the incumbent NPP in the Ashanti region. This has been Security Tips, and it was ably produced by Kofi J, with assistance from a very competent team. Production manager Sexton Christian. MCR was controlled by Frederick Amoyao. Then we also had Emmanuel Obing on the camera, and then we had Kwame Boache, and online we had Beatrice Away and Nana Ikuya Konedo, and makeup was done by Emanuela Jehu Apia, and graphics was by Papani Ajamai. Till we come your way next Saturday with another edition of Security Tips. This has been Alhaji Irbard Ibrahim. Stay blessed and keep praying for Mother Ghana. Bye-bye.